Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian, and we haven't done a video like this in so long, so I'm happy to be back. And today I'm going to be announcing something big that I'm doing for the end of the year. Um, Basically, what I wanted to do was have a challenge for the end of the year, something big. I did go through a lot of injuries this year with a lot of things that I did. I want to go over that, why I've been gone, what I've been up to, and I know a lot of you guys enjoyed the fitness content before I stopped making it. And I want to get back into it. We have a lot of better equipment now. You know, if you guys can see the mic, camera's better, lighting's better, everything's better, and I'm just excited to get back into it for the bulking season this year because we are going to be starting our bulk, and it's going to be clean bulk, and we'll see how it goes. But that's going to be another video. But for now, we're going to be going into my goals for this year and my 3 month goals. And I want to tell you guys exactly how you guys can have goals like this for yourself. So let's get right into it. All right. So basically, I want to tell you guys first that my goals, I have them outlined here. And I'm going to tell you guys what I've completed so far this year. So you want to start with something like push ups, pull ups, something that you can count, something that's easily repeatable. Not so easy, but you want something that's difficult overall. So for me, I did 11,521 push ups this year so far. Now, this is what my year looked like for this year. I had so much time off. You guys can see this. I had a ton of time off. Why? Because January, February, March, I was trying to get 30,000 push-ups this year. January, February, March, I was going really hard. After that, I was cutting, and I had an injury. So first off, I had a chest injury, which is big because you can't have a chest injury and keep on doing push-ups. So I had a chest injury, and the way that affected me so badly was because basically I had the tightness in my chest when I would basically do any pushing exercise, and it would just hurt really badly. I had to go to the doctor for it. There was a whole bunch of recovery, and basically, it is October now. So we had 6. We had 6 months off, basically. So half the year was off. And I'm excited to get back into it because we have 3 months left. October just ended. Today is November 1st. October just ended, and we hit 600 push-ups in October, which is not bad. But compared to the 3,000 in March and 3,700 in February, that's pretty bad. So, I honestly have no idea how I got those high numbers back then, but I think I was just going crazy with the push-ups. But I want to mention that I have that many push-ups so far. That leaves to get to 15,000, that leaves 3,479. And if you divided that by 55, which is the days left in the year, you get 63. So I need to do at least 63 a day, which I want to mention. I'm going to be doing at least 100 push-ups per day, which is very easy. I can knock them out in maybe 10 minutes tops. And yeah, so now let's talk about pull-ups because I know you guys know that I've done push-ups before, but the pull-ups is a whole different game. So I started doing push-ups in July. July is a little bit ago. So I started doing push-ups way back then. Sorry, I started doing pull-ups way back then, and it has completely transformed my physique, right? Because I couldn't do the chest movements. I said, okay, what can I do that is a movement that will help me do everything besides chest? So it helped my arms, helped my triceps build, basically just helped me keep up my strength while I couldn't do any chest movements whatsoever. I could still do flies and like the cable flies, just the position they were in. If you guys can see, the machine behind me has cable flies. Um, the position that you're in with the cable flies, it's iffy because your chest will still hurt, but it's basically any pushing movement. Now, I also want to mention I did get another injury. I bought a go-kart that was custom built, and I ended up driving. Let's not talk about exactly how it happened, but the way it happened was basically I injured my shoulder, my left shoulder right here, just something hit straight on. I think I still have the bruise from it, but it's pretty bad. And then I injured my wrist, and my wrist was pretty badly injured. Now, the wrist and the chest was getting better, and now the wrist couldn't push. So anything I would push against just firmly straight on, it was just a very bad issue. So the chest and the arm was bad, and the shoulder was bad because they said not to push above my head. Anything above my head, don't push. So that's that. Now, pull ups. I started doing pull ups in July. I have done 6,610 pull ups since then. July, August, September, October, November. actually October. It's been 3 months. It has been 3 months, and we have done 6,600 pull-ups. That is about 2,200 pull-ups per month, which is not bad. It's actually very good because missing out on so much time with the injuries and stuff like that. I could do the pull-ups because my wrist was okay, but the shoulder pain over my head and all that stuff was really bad. I had to take maybe a month. I think I took a month total off of the pull-ups. And it was really devastating because it took me so long to build. And I want to tell you guys this. When it comes to push-ups and pull-ups or any type of movement that's like that, even if it's sit-ups, whatever it could be, if you can build, it's a stamina type exercise. If you can build it, you want to slowly build it with stepping stones. So the way I did any of this is I started with push-ups. I would do 10 a day. And I know it sounds like, oh, I can do more than 10. Because if you can do 10, you can do 100, right? You just have to wait for your body to, recoup. So the thing I did there was I remember I started years ago and I was like, okay, I can do 10 in a row. And then I would do 10 that day and I wouldn't do a single other one. Could I do more? Yes. But the reason I wouldn't do any more was because I was like, okay, I can do 10. Should I do more? Probably, but I want the consistency. You want to be able to do 10, and then at the end of the week, what did you do? 70. Now, the next week, you did 140. Then the next week after that, you did 210. And then you keep on going up from there and there and there until you're out here doing 100 a day, which is what I'm at now. And I just do that because I could do more. And some days I do more. But basically, the reason I do 100 is because it's sustainable. You want something sustainable for this. Um, and I want you guys to know that because having something sustainable is more important than just building. Oh, I did 200 in one day, but the next day I took a day off. It was okay. No, you want something sustainable because then you can have it long term, right? So the pull ups, I've done so many of them, 6,610 in 3 months. And this year I want to do 10,000. So for the push ups, I have 11,000 done, and I want to get to 15. And the pull ups, I want to do 10,000. So in order to do 10,000, that leaves 3,390 that I need to do. That's a pretty high number, but it's not really that high because I can technically do that in a month. Um, Mostly because I do 100 a day. So that means I roughly have to do 61 a day, which is not that much. It's really not that much. So I can do at least that, but I'm gonna do at least 100 a day. That's what I'm going to do. Hopefully, there's no more injuries. There's no more none of this stuff. Um, and yeah, I really hope it's a good journey, but I want you guys to know that's the way to go about it is to build on it. And we are in the last 3 months of the year, and I want a challenge for you guys to do is to in those last 3 months of the year, people sit there and they wait for Christmas, and they wait for Hanukkah or whatever it is, and they wait for those holidays, and they're like, oh, I'm excited for the holidays, and then they just do nothing. And on top of that, the cold's coming in. I live in New York. It's cold. It's not very fun. You don't want to go outside. You don't want to be active. My basement home gym here has probably a temperature of like 63, 62 degrees. So it's not very comfortable for me either. But that's the thing you guys have to beat is the comfort. And if you can beat it with consistency, and instead of thinking, oh, the holidays are coming up, think about this. Instead of setting a goal at New Year's, set a goal now. That's the best advice I can give you guys. For goal setting is set a goal today. Go in, and I call them Q4 2025 is what I call them. And I wrote them all down. Q4 2025 goals. I want you guys to write at least one thing from fitness, something from a money standpoint, or like your job, something like that. Maybe try to get a raise. And then the third one's going to be something else. It could be educational. It could be starting a business. It could be any of these things because in 3 months, a whole lot can happen. Your life can transform. My life 3 months ago is not even close to how it is now. I'm making more money. I drive a different car. I have new camera equipment. So much has changed in 3 months. And I'm not dysfunctional anymore. I can do pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups. I can do chest workouts. I can do everything I need to do now. So really think about what you guys can do over in the last 3 months of 2025 and make some goals. and I encourage it. And make them like this. If you want to do 5,000 push-ups, divide them by the amount of days that you need to do them for. And I understand you might be able to do more than 50 a day, but you're going to hate when you do 500 in one day and then the next day you're like, oh, I can't do anything. Don't do that to yourself. Do 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and just continue on. That's discipline. That's good for you, and that's good for your brain. All right? For the head, discipline's so good. So, that's basically it. I will see you guys in the next one. I think the next video I'm going to make is probably the workout I'm doing right now, which is going to be my day one bulking routine. It's going to be proper bulking because before I didn't do uh, anything proper. It was just me doing push-ups and pull-ups. So it's gonna be the first video. So if you guys want to see that, go down to my channel, click on my name, and view it there. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.